Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Email me directly for pricing. My email is tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a 2019 model year limited edition of 50 pieces in stainless steel. This is the H. Moser Cie Pioneer Perpetual Calendar month date. 50 pieces were made, but only a handful were equipped with the optional upgrade bracelet. So this watch, 42.8 millimeters in diameter, is 15 millimeters thick and 51 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. The bracelet doesn't project beyond the lug, so that's the total distance across the wrist as well. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and you can see it is large. I believe you would need a wrist of my size at least to wear this well, so 16 centimeters circumference or larger. That said, this bracelet, unlike many integrated bracelets on sports watches, does pull straight down out of the lugs. It doesn't fight and flare. It will actually trace the arc of your wrist to the greatest extent possible. I think proportionally 16 centimeters like this is the lower limit to wear the watch well, but it would fit on a 15. Now, taking a quick look at the bracelet, it's well made. You can see that it has an integrated end link to close the gap to the case for an all-of-a-piece look. It's satinated with primary and secondary links. It's satinated on its side. It's satinated on its top. There are many removable links. You can see all can be displaced for sizing. They're held in place by pins and sleeves, but we have some tool-free adjustment built into this Bracelet-built clasp. You press the Moser logo externally, then you have approximately 10 to 11 millimeters of incremental adjustability. This is a well-known mechanism seen on everything from Glasuta Original to Longa to IWC, and Moser uses the same supplier. It has a thick gauge steel single swing arm, and it's released by triggers. You can also see it's been customized with the Moser logo, and then the profile has been evacuated and coined in a fashion that echoes the lug hollows of the watch itself. Moser likes to do evacuated and sometimes polished, sometimes textured lug profiles, and that obtains here. The case band is primarily in high polish. You can see that the lug profiles, which have a little bit of a fluted crest on their top, they're satinated. We have a Moser branded crown that has a nice sharp knurling that makes it easy to grip. It is a screw-down crown. The watch is 120 meters water resistant. We have a domed and polished bezel. We'll do a quick loom shot here. As you can see, this is very much a sports watch. 120 meters water-resistant steel, full bracelet, and well-loomed. The dial is a sunburst burgundy, and you can see Moser has lacquered on the company name. They don't print Swiss-made because Swiss-made means 60% value and content is Swiss. Moser protests that its watches are 95% or more. That is why it does not sign Swiss-made. Now, the dial is not just burgundy, and it is not just a metallic sunburst. It is a fumé or a smoked dial that fades from light at the center to dark at the edge. You can see there's a flange in black bearing the individual luminescent hour indices. We have leaf-style hands at center, a concentric pattern for the small seconds, a power reserve indicator. Rated is 7 days, but actual is almost 9. Now we have a perpetual calendar system here developed by Andreas Streller, who is a great independent watchmaker and AHCI luminary, and he likes to build cloaked complications. So he likes to cloak the complexity so the user interface is simple, and that's what we have right here. This is a perpetual calendar, whereas Moser usually has a little stick index at the center to point to 12 hours corresponding to 12 months. Here we have a more intuitive aperture-style month display alongside a large date indication. So you can see that in one direction, I am able to quick set the date. This is a bidirectional calendar system, so I can turn it in either direction. I can make all the corrections using this crown, and there is no midnight danger zone. You cannot accidentally break this system by engaging it at the wrong time. Now, of course, we have a hand that can be hacked for seconds, so hacking seconds with a quick set for the month and the date. So you get a lot of subsidiary functions that allow you to set the time precisely. And you can see that as I wind the watch, the power reserve indicator travels from down to up. Now, you may be wondering, what about the leap year? If this is truly a perpetual calendar, you need to know which quadrant you are and how close you are to the 20e bisextile? Well, it's hidden on the reverse side. You can index it using a pusher on the case flank, and you can see that little wheel. There is a golden index that doubles as a jumper spring adjacent. So that points to where you are in the 4-quarter leap year cycle. 2 mainspring barrels here, each one set in a golden chaton fixed by screws, a nod to the pocket watch era of Moser watchmaking in the 19th and early 20th century. You'll also appreciate, though it's not a true 3-quarter bridge, we have bridges that are designed to read like a pocket watch 3-quarter bridge. They're split in the center for easier servicing. Now, the movement is impressive because Moser makes the entire assortment, the escape wheel, the anchor, the balance, and the hairspring through their precision engineering subsidiary. The balance beats away at a lazy 18,000 vibrations per hour, which is quite aesthetically pleasing. And the overcoil hairspring means that the centered mass of this type of hairspring ensures even timekeeping in every position, and Moser adjusts in 6 positions. Now, there's also a free-sprung balance and a full balance bridge to better brace against shock, and the escapement itself is made of 14-karat gold for a minimum of friction. That is the best material for low friction in an escapement. Moser's double-crested Côte de Genève, black polished screws, satinated balance bridge and wheels, and a swan's neck style pocket watch inspired click spring complete the array of features, technical and aesthetic. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And because I know someone's going to ask, yes, this does have the Moser platform escapement. The escapement, the balance, the wheel, the hairspring, everything lifts out as a unit so that Moser's regional watchmaking bureaus can lift out the most labor-intensive part of the service, put in a newly serviced module, and return the watch to you more quickly. Again, reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.